Everybody, it's Invicta. Happy New Year's Eve here. The final time I can say this in 2025, literally. Thank you for making this year such an awesome year for the channel. Welcome all new subscribers as well as everyone else who's been joining, whether you're from Isaac or Megabonk or Ball Pit or any other game that we've covered here this past year. I cannot thank you enough for making 2025 an awesome year, and I'm really looking forward to 2026. Here's your meme of the day / picture of the day submitted on the Invicta subreddit. This was from about a week ago. Sent in here by, I'm going to say, it's a hard name to pronounce, but I'm going to try it. M. Hillerich. I think it's Hillerich. Who title thread was picture of the day, and in the thread they said, if the little one is throwing a tantrum, it's probably because he hasn't had his Invicta fill for the day. Good way to spend Christmas morning with my son. And yeah, that is that's a great family shot right there. It looks like your son absolutely tore through whatever toy he could find there in the living room. But thank you very much for sharing this picture, and Merry Christmas to your family and Happy New Year, M. Hillerich and everyone in the mosh pit. Hope you're staying safe and having a fun evening tonight here. Oh my gosh! Oh, are we gonna end this on a? Okay. I'm not gonna say anything. Hotel 2 Quebec Lima X-Ray 8 Echo Lima. We've got terrible tears rate and pretty much base Isaac damage with a little bit of stank on it, plus a whole lot of shot speed. Also starting off with the Blessed Penny and Charm of the Vampire, which is actually going to help us get into and out of curse rooms for practically free. And also, you may notice that we have an R key to start with in our active items. So, interesting start to say the least. You know, sometimes when people say interesting, they really don't agree with whatever they're looking at. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting start. So there's two ways we can go with an R key start. We can either wait until the opportune moment and then go for a strategical R key, which we have done in the past, or we could go for one of them fancy runs. You know which one I'm talking about. Also, why is my desk like super low? Hang on a second. Gotta raise my desk a little bit. It's like, there we go. Like really low. I don't know why. I guess I lowered it for Pokemon breaks at one point or another, but yeah, it was really low. Of course, the camera is now blocking part of the screen, so hard for me to really see that. But yeah, it was a great year, and you know, if we end up with a crazy run, that would be an awesome way to start 2026. Is again, we were only, I believe, 2 or 3 away from the like streak goal, but I will say this will be the final week here for the like streak goal of the Sacred Heart random week. I'd love to get it done, but again, it's sort of becoming a little bit of a policy around here now that if we don't get any movement after a week or so, then I'll be forced to just switch it up, and that's fine. It's totally fine. You know, I certainly don't want to get in the habit of doing that, but I also want to try to find things that the mosh pit wants to see. And, you know, with it being the holidays and everything, it's hard to really judge too harshly because obviously people are out of town and people are traveling and all that kind of stuff. Ooh, we get ourselves a golden bomb, which I'm just going to drop right away. We get a chance for fanny pack. Never mind, just kidding. And I'm certainly not going to bomb for fanny pack. I do like fanny pack a lot, but it ain't destroy your donation machine good. Hang on now. Remember, we have the Blessed Penny. The Blessed Penny gives us a chance of dropping a half soul heart every time we pick up a coin. And with Cardio Coin, that gives us a multiple chance for full soul hearts. There we go, finally. You're trying to make me look like a liar. And we are going to be able to get fanny pack. Wow, is it me, or is this Cardio Coin just kind of lasting forever? Yeah, we pick up 2 full soul hearts in here, and then that other half heart, which I wasn't planning on picking up, but now I will. So fanny pack is going to give us a pickup or a consumable after every single time we get hit. It's very, very exploitable if we happen to get something like, say, IV bag, or if we just find a demon judgment. It's very, very, very good. I think fanny pack is sometimes honestly kind of slept on a little bit for just how much how much utility you can get. Oh man, this would have been a perfect floor, dude. Perfect floor for either the Temperance Machine to drop or, oh my gosh, or a Sack Room Shuffle. But yeah, this turned out to be a very good start here, despite our tiers not really, excuse me, not really being great. Gotta watch out for the ricochets here. And I don't know why we have such a squelching noise for Little Horn every time he teleports. There we go. And we are going to get Cat and Ninetales, so we get a little bit of damage. I would have preferred tiers, but we're off and running. But yeah, question of the episode here coming in from Mr. Owl with a whole bunch of numbers after their name, who said, question of the episode, what track from the Word of Lauder album would you think that fits perfectly into Isaac, and what stage would it be? I think the easy one for me would easily be Sunder. I wouldn't be able to say Silius Fractured or Return to Silius because, well, obviously they're from other games in there. But Sunder would definitely be a good sort of almost like a Rainbow Road arcade world type stage. I could see it doing something. Ooh, I do love me some Butterbean, but not over Narky. I can see it doing something like just a really wild, wacky fever dream of a floor, or have it be like an abyss, sort of a oh my gosh. Well, we wanted tiers, we got tiers and a whole lot of it. Or it could be something like just like an abyss or void stage with just nothing but stars and planets and everything. You know, I'm assuming that you meant what kind of stage would I see it, would I foresee it being a part of? Not one that exists, because obviously they already have the tracks, and I'm certainly not going to insinuate that we make music anywhere as close to good or as good as Planet Ridiculon. We've definitely done some. We've commissioned tracks for games. We've commissioned tracks for podcasts and everything. And we've done in the past. We've also written a few theme songs for like small time streamers and stuff. We worked with them in their budget and just trying to help out because I know how it is. But you know that sort of thing is part of this job that I really don't talk about a whole lot, just because I don't really like to plug that kind of stuff here on videos. You know, I'm not here to shill myself to my audience as much as I probably should, though. Maybe that's how I'm doing it wrong. Maybe that's the reason why we haven't gotten 500,000 yet. That'd be the next goal, though. The next year goal, 2026, starting pretty much tomorrow, is road to 500K. I would love to get 500,000, and I did say in a live stream, and I'll stand by it, that if we do somehow get there, if that does happen this year, I will delete the save file and start a brand new Isaac save file from the ground up. That was a promise that I made to the Mosh Pit during one of our Tuesday live streams. And speaking of Tuesday live streams, they will be changing they'll be changing basically from Tuesdays to probably Wednesdays. As much as I do love our Tuesday live streams, it's a great part of my week, but I do need an extra day off during the week to catch up in recordings and everything. And adding the stream there was taking a toll on my voice from trying to record and also get all the other stuff that I'm trying to get done. And then on top of that, we do the live streams. So, and I already stream 5 days a week. So it was a little bit of a concern, but I know that I'll be able to switch stuff around and people really won't complain. And also bringing back starting up multi-streaming, not bringing it back. I've never done it before, but multi-streaming is definitely going to be something you can expect to see here in 2026. By multi-stream, I mean on multiple platforms. I'll be streaming simultaneously on Twitch and YouTube, which for the first time, that's a new thing for me. I still don't even know how to do it at the time of recording anyway. Could have entertained the thought about taking that Mega Trollbomb to the secret room since I know where it is, but PH Dizzle, I think it's worth taking here because we have a chance of getting a Tears Up. We get a Health Up pill, so that pays for pretty much all of our Devil Deal. No. I figured that was not going to be quite that far. We get Keeper's Shop or Keeper's Box, which I don't really care about. Then we get some kind of flying here. I do want options, actually. And the game's really tossing us a lot of options here that are tempting me to take. I was tempted to take Butterbean over Archie, but you know, what an awesome way this would be if we actually did finish on an Omega run. That'd be the cream of the crop in terms of ways to end a year. I don't think that's ever been done. And really, honestly, a great way to put a cap on December on the whole. Well, we're not going to get a flying. We're not going to get permanent flying, but we are going to get flying here, which means that we will be able to go get those chests at least, and possibly Keeper's Box if I really wanted it, which I don't. No Devil Deal. We'll take the Flying Pony again temporarily, just because I want to have some flying. As there's lots of good loot here left to get. We can still get options here. Need one more cent, and surely there's going to be one over in this room. Yeah, there it is. So we are going to be able to get another quality item here. And you know, I was kind of, might as well use this to see what's going to be here. Okay. I was always kind of hesitant on options just because of just how it worked. It's usually my fault whenever options drops. I normally just pick it up without thinking. Like, so whenever it procs and we get one of two items that drop, I usually just take the one that I want without even thinking about the other one. And then I get a little mad that we missed out on the other thing because I wasn't paying attention. And that's just one of those things that you just have to be kind of aware of. Yeah, so like right now, I'd rather take the chest. Oh, mama. Cursed Penny. Oh. A lot of hearts in here. I was hoping they're going to be coins. So Cursed Penny, though. You don't know what Cursed Penny is? It will teleport us randomly based on... Oh! Based on us picking up any coin teleports us randomly. It's totally random. But depending on the denomination of coin, that will determine where we go, or at least have a better chance of going to. So if you pick up a nickel, for example, that has a higher chance to take you to a secret room. I'm pretty sure I touched the key there, but all right. Versus a penny. And Blessed Penny obviously is fantastic, but we don't need any HP right now, and I think that our power curve is only going to be improving here. We just need to get some tiers. We get some tiers, and it's all gravy, and that's where I'm hoping that PH Dizzle is going to come in, and we just get ourselves a Tears Up pill, and it's off to the races. Charge key, we're going to take that. So what you're seeing here is options, and like I said, it will drop two consumables, and we're allowed to take one, and then the other one disappears totally, unless you have like Diplopia or Yara Room, which I don't suggest using on just one single pickup, but hey, you do you. New year, new you, new Isaac strats. Just know that I don't recommend doing that. And with it being Curse of the Lost, I'm slightly less inclined to take any pennies currently, since I have no clue where the hell I'm going, and I have no idea where our actual doors are yet. Secret room should be south of here. And it's not this time. Sure, oh, okay. Surely I can't be the one. I can't be the only one who... If you get Cursed or Lost, do you just sometimes just say, you know what? If I find the boss room, I'm just going to go to the next floor because I just can't be bothered to go to the item room. Is that me? Is that only a me thing? That's definitely a Sinvicta thing to do, but I can't be alone. I'm not going to take this penny yet because obviously we might be on the right track here for the boss. The Cursed Penny can be a very vital part of any run, especially the late game runs where we talked about it last time with the card reading. And if you happen to get, if I happen to get a chance to go to the boss, I will. Like, I don't know where our item room is on this floor, and honestly, I cannot be bothered to look. That's all thanks to Curse of the Lost. Wow, I think we actually propelled him forward there. Definitely gonna get the movement speed here. But really need some tears. Chicken Militia 1929 said, Merry Christmas. Wife and I are wrapping gifts and watching a run for my favorite creator. Thank you very much, Chicken Militia. Very kind of you, and I hope you and your wife had a Merry Christmas. 9 volt doesn't really matter. Really upgraded shot, by the way. So you see how much of the level we skipped here, which can be good or bad. Again, depending on the denomination of coins, we can get taken to special rooms. Yeah, this room didn't exemplify why we need to get a big tears up. I don't know what will. We have the skeleton hands here, so always just drop the fissures right behind the little gaps, and normally they cannot hit you. But as we've all seen, that's not always the case. It's tough beating that allegation that the fissures don't follow you. Don't know about that. They definitely do. See, we have the damage, but we just don't have the DPS. There's a difference between those two. There's a nickel in here. I want to go into the curse room. Okay. I don't know how that works, game, because we definitely didn't pick up that nickel as it was a sticky nickel. So, and I don't think we can afford to skip 2 item rooms on this run. We did inadvertently hit Loki with a bomb there. You gotta be kidding me. The spike movement. I would like to make boss rush here on lap 1. Dude, this spike is ruining my life. Is blocking all of our shots. We have to go for the screw here. As much as I love growth hormones, we just have to. And yeah, that's not worth the HP. All right, so 3.4 tiers is good. The problem here now lies with the fact that our shot speed is starting to get too high. We get Mercurius. Okay, now, all right, now, hang on now. So Mercurius is now going to add a little layer of extra protection for us that we can just run right through rooms. So if we get teleported to the wrong place on a map, we can just simply just walk out of the room. Okay. So like right now, we're just looking for the item room. There's usually a tinted rock in this room, but there's not this time. Obviously, there's not. We won't be able to skip all rooms because sometimes it necessitates a fight. But The rooms that we can skip, man, oh man, consider them skipped. Where the hell is the item room? Was there a door back here that I missed? This is killing our time for boss rush, by the way. Oh, that's just straight up. There's nothing in here. I legitimately don't know. Oh, thank you, game. First penny. Let's try that again. First penny. Not gonna tell you again. Okay. It's got to be over here. It's the only place it could be. So the only thing that the only thing that Mercurius cannot get you into are locked doors. So you still have to gain access the legal ways to rooms. You're seeing the problem here that Cricket's body is creating with the splash shots now, and this really, really high shot speed. I mean, little Steven's kind of whatever. Bring him along, but we got to make some money moves here. Get the boss rush. By the way, game, don't think that we didn't notice that as soon as we got PhD, you stopped dropping pills. In fact, I believe you've only dropped one pill. This is our full card there. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the only way we can go here. Now, one thing I will say about Cricket's body is that it makes hitting front-facing armored enemies easier. The splash shots kind of get around the whole armor thing. The tinted rock right there. Yeah, we'll take range and a soul heart. And we only have a minute and a half left to find Mom and beat her, and then also get into the boss rush. And then we have to do boss rush if we're looking for an Omega run. Now, we don't have to do boss rush now, which is why I'm not putting too much pressure on myself to get boss rush done. Because if we do a victory lap, then obviously we're going to have to do it all again. But if we can somehow manage to do boss rush, that'd be sick. Then we wouldn't have to do it on the victory lap, but that would be a long boss rush with this DPS. We get something pretty banging in the devil deal here, which is not guaranteed. But it's nice to be able to get boss rush if we can manage it here. We only have 30 seconds or so to do so. Little Steven's going to help us out with the DPS front a little bit. Blue Mom is definitely, I think, the most annoying mom because she wastes so much time. We only have 20 seconds. We have less than 20 seconds here. Oh, it's going to be close. We got her. There's no devil deal. We get Twanky. Now, this is not going to help us out with DPS, but it is going to help us out with our split shots. So I opted to not do boss rush here because I don't. Could we do boss rush? Yeah, we definitely could, but it would take quite a long time. And I think that I would much rather do it whenever we have more damage on our side. What are you? Empress Machine. Okay, well, Empress Machine, that can get us out of a sticky situation if we need a teleport. But with Mercurius, we shouldn't because we can just walk out of there if we don't like it, what we see. Wouldn't mind another HP upgrade here, or some kind of mapping would be nice. By the way, if you're wondering why we're getting 2 coins off of the tap here, it's because of PhD. There we go. So utilizing our hearts here. Get another lucky penny upgrade, that's fine. Good, 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 good. We got everything we wanted except for a devil deal, and now it becomes pretty essential that we get a solid devil deal coming up here, especially with our damage being lowered by 2020 a bit. Yeah, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I hope it is a fun and festive and, above all, safe New Year's Eve for you, no matter where in the world you are. Obviously, people are going to be firing off fireworks and having a big old dinner and big old New Year's Eve parties and all that stuff. I will not be going to a New Year's Eve party because I just don't have, A, anyone to party with, and B, no real... You know, it's kind of like your birthday in a way. I mean, I don't really celebrate my birthday. You know, it's like, yeah, New Year's Eve, cool, whatever. But I'm more focused on, okay, I got to start getting taxes together. You know, it's time to get down to business so I can be free for another year. And if any of you know anything about taxes, you know that as a YouTuber, being on what is essentially contract labor is quite awful. Taxes, nothing withheld. You got to write off pretty much everything you can. This will give us 2 or 3 for Leviathan. No! Please be so open. Please so be open. Oh my god. Oh, cursed penny, why? It was only a matter of time, I guess. Yeah, so that is if you're wondering why that door is closed, it's because it's a mini-boss room. Oh, cursed penny, you have betrayed my trust. Absolutely betrayed my trust. I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know where that coin came from, dude. Well, there's a speed uphill over there. Well, the good news is that we're not even on a victory lap, so the fact that we had it still means that we can get it again. It's a really, really unfortunate set of circumstances there. You finally get a double deal here. Oh, it's Curse the Blind. That's just super, super great. Super duper awesome. Oh, it's going downhill quick. Aaron Dalzell 9536 said, refused a fruitcake on Christmas Eve. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I, not only speaking for myself, but also people that I know, I do not know anyone who eats a fruitcake on Christmas Eve. I know it's a tradition. I definitely know that people do it. I've heard anyway, but I personally do not know anyone, immediate family, friends, or otherwise, that eats a fruitcake on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I genuinely do not. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. Yeah, this is why we have Mercurius. Skirt. Wow! How fast will that laser track to us, dude? Get me out of here. Oh, we've explored every way we could have gone. We're gonna take the 2 soul hearts here and the pills, obviously. You get a speed up, pill. Room's there, so we can get into the curse room. Coupon. Is Coupon better here than the nail? It would allow us to get a free devil deal on the next floor and subsequent floors after that. But the nail gives us more damage. And also HP. Yeah, let's go into the curse room here. We are 1 of 3 for Guppy. And make that 2 of 3. That's the second Guppy item given to us now by options. So if you ever needed a sign that it's an item that you need to be picking up, here it is. We are going to have a full charge on the nail for Satan, so that's good. Also a tinted rock right there, which gave us another HP upgrade. I like how much he's shuffling. I like how much he's shuffling. He's in the wall. No! Curse Penny! It's actually not Curse Penny's fault. It's Piggy Bank's fault. I don't know why I picked up that item. Okay, Curse Penny. I mean, it is Curse Penny's fault, but it's inadvertently Curse Penny's fault. Okay, game. Well, now we get to do this again. What an absolute clown show of a run now. And maybe this is the most fitting way to end 2025 for us. Broken physics, bad luck, and hilarious coincidences. I would have loved to have done an Omega run. I'm still going to try for it, but the path becomes much harder now. Okay, I'm going to keep the Cursed Penny because teleport meta. And Curse the Lost. I'm going to take... Ooh. Backstabber and Eye of Belial. It's great. But now we have the uncomfortable scenario of not knowing where we're going. So we can skip rooms like this and that. No problem. I actually don't mind fighting Mask of Infinies here. That mask was blind. I don't know how it didn't see us. Eye Belial Backstabber makes things significantly better for us. We do still need to kind of clear rooms because we've got to get those full charges on the nail. 2020 and I Bilal make this a very, very easy experience to go along with backstab. I feel like dodging has been mostly on point tonight. Mostly. Made a couple of boneheaded non-dodges, but other than that, I think I feel like I've been dodging pretty well. Okay, so we found Lamb. Yep. Don't really care too much about having the full charge on the nail for this. Our damage is our damage. So we do a standard dark chest run minus boss rush, which means that on the next run we've got to do light side plus boss rush plus hush plus mega stand and delirium. On the victory lap, that is. And hope that we see the R key. Hey, don't pick up the coin, you idiot. Okay, victory lap is a go. I can see Glory 389 Romeo. So it shouldn't take us that long to clear back to where we were. And that is because of Mercurius. And honestly, I think because of Mercurius, we also probably don't need to be holding on the Cursed Penny. Cursed Penny has definitely caused more problems than solved in this run. Okay, well, this is just 2 forks then. You're wondering why that happens, by the way. It's because if you pick up if you spawn a trinket in the game but don't pick it up, it keeps spawning the same trinket over and over and over again until you actually finally pick it up and get it out of your inventory for the item pool. Also, 1 of 3 with Guppy, so that would help out. But again, we're still lacking. After all is said and done, we're still lacking tears. No. This ain't it, Chief. Not for Ipecac. Not this time. Yeah, little Steven exploded, and we are going to get some damage up here. Well, that's very nice. Get the actual Steven, and that's mostly because we already have little Steven as an item. So, if in the off chance that you decide to get little Steven as well as a, as well as the, ooh, we got Leviathan. This is the Pact. Little Steven, and you end up fighting Steven, the boss. You won't get another little Steven. I don't think this gives us 3 items from the boss, but I also don't know for sure. I'm 90% sure that we will not get a triple item here. Let's go backtrack and go to the item room first, though. Yeah. Dice room in here. Would give us a full reroll. Get taken a little bit further. Oh wow, took us to the secret room, super secret room. In fact, we are a lot stronger this time, Limehorn. I am gonna take Jesus Juice. We already went in here and got the pact from Stanley, so good. Of course, if you're enjoying yourself here on this run, make sure you click the like button. That would be the best way to support myself. I appreciate it. We got another health up here. Another teleport to the double deal. I am going to take money equals power just because it's free damage. I'll take a chance. Oh, wow. Got to take the super secret room. That's the second super secret room in a row that we've been taken to by just a regular penny. Pretty fly. There's our boss room. Your soul will give us 1 free devil deal. Yeah, just give me HP upgrade. Yeah, you know what, Curse Penny, you can stay behind. I don't think we need you with Be Curious. Got us a couple of super secret rooms, but you also cost me my R key, so that's punishable by expulsion from the run. Friend Finder is kind of you know, I used to like Friend Finder, and I still think that it's a good item. I just think that for the amount of trouble that it puts you through, I don't think it's worth it anymore. Shot speed up is something we do not need. We'll take Mom's key here.
2 of hearts.
Get some bombas. Okay, so where's our avenue? Where does our avenue lie for our R key? Obviously, the secret room, getting a death certificate, something like that, or a member shop that has our key in it. We would also need 99 cents for it. I will say that Genesis is another possible avenue for us to get an R key. It's kind of a roundabout way, but we can do it. We just need to get an angel deal somehow, and obviously we're not going to get one anytime soon. I am gonna take eye drops over the divorce papers, even though the divorce papers is technically a better, quote, better tears up, a stronger one anyway. It doesn't break the tears cap like eye drops do. Okay, so this is our opportunity here to get the both angel keys, which is something that we need for Mega Stan. I don't really care about the bone heart, to be honest. It's lazy. Don't do that, but strive to be less lazy than me and Isaac. That can be a New Year's resolution for you. There we go. All right, so Mega Stan key is a go. Double trinket drop, no thank you. Stopwatch does give us a movement speed upgrade. There's also Steam Sale, which I saw after I picked up Stopwatch. Item rooms have been put in a weird spot in this run. Metronome can be fun. It could also be deadly. But we do have to go back and find our item room here. There it is. So Polyphemus. Now, if you just saw our stats go up and you're wondering, hey, wait a second, hang on now, buddy. How come your tier stat didn't go down? What kind of hacks you got running here? Well, Cletus, if you didn't know, 2020 cancels out any and all negative impacts of multi-eyed attacks. So quad shot gives you a huge tiers down, But that gets negated by 2020, and we get Gubby! And also, we got Purgatory for some reason. Did we get... How did we get an Angel Deal here? Oh, it's because of the keys. Did get the Gupster, though. Black Market. That has a chance for an R key. Sure. Take more options. That does give us a double item room now. And since we haven't actually opened it on this floor yet, that does work retroactively. There we go. In a rock rat meow. And tons of HP here. Well, you know, it wasn't from the Angel Deal. It was from the sack room. That's the reason why. Or it wasn't from the key. It was from the sack room. That is the reason why that we got an Angel Deal. Didn't even think about that. Not to worry about the full card because obviously we have to do boss rush here. So I am going to just put back some money here. Oh yeah, it's victory lap. I was like, are my eyes, am I that tired? I think I might be that tired. So we're continuing on as if we had the R key. But with every passing floor, the hope for an Omega run goes down substantially. This boss rush should be a total joke here with Polyphemus and Guppy. The Evil Eye going off here. Tons of soul hearts too. What's going on over here? Oh, it's on. Also notice that we can stack our damage here with the nail. Use it multiple times in a room, and we'll continue to give you a damage upgrade benefit. My God. You can take an Eternal Heart here. Don't mind that. Least favorite boss in the game right there, as I like to point out every single time he shows up. It's like pre-answering a question of the episode. We get Libra! Oh my Gertie. Oh man, now we're cooking. The Libra is going to make things interesting now as we are far away beyond any cap in the game. And every coin that we pick up is going to be basically more damage, which means it's an all stats up. Might be fractions of an all stats up, but it is an all stats up. Same thing goes for range upgrades from pills or stuff like that. They're all going to be calculated as an all stats up now, courtesy of Libra. And sure, I will happily take 99 keys. Keys are no longer an issue. Pretty fly, luck up. Now, luck up does not give us an all stats up, as that's considered a separate stat from our base stats. Which kind of stinks, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense too. Here we go. I'm gonna take Sty. Oh no! I should have taken Sty. Brimstone's gonna be great here. Because of Libra, we should be able to charge really, really, really quickly. And then with Incubus, we just have easy peasy Brimstone attacks. With our, I can't believe that barrel didn't blow. With our Tears rate, we can almost Brim Snap now. First tower card that does give us more HP. Hey, well, theoretically anyway, assuming that we get the right amount of tinted rocks. We got one. A bit disappointing there. Only got one tinted rock and a big room filled with possibilities. We've gone the wrong way again. But even when we've got Mercurius, we have the ability and power to just walk through rooms, we're still going in the wrong directions. I think we've already been in here. It's a talent, really. Per card, I mean, that does kind of solve that problem. Yo. Brimstone bombs. I don't really want brimstone bombs, but I'll take them only because it gets us down to polar invincibility. Now we gotta go fight old Hushy, and I gotta go blow my nose. Sorry about that. Guess I had to go blow my nose. We got old Hushy. Old Hushy. Well, time is running out for us to actually get... Sure, why not? To actually get an R key, and our options are becoming more and more limited. I don't want to take this. This does lower our stats a little bit because obviously I'm spending money, but not that big of a deal. I'll gain it right back right here. So actually we got it all back and then some. 98 cents. But even if we don't get an R key and we don't end up doing an Omega run here, still does not take away from this year, and you know, December in general has just been a very strong month. It's a great way to end the year, and given the fact of you know, just how up and down and topsy-turvy that November was, to getting a month that gave us such a delightful amount of just solid runs, or not even solid runs every single run, but just good runs, you know. Can't complain. We haven't had a new in a while, and that's okay. It's honestly a little bit nice that we don't keep getting more news. And with this being the last episode of 2025, it's going to be interesting to see how many we had over the year. I haven't been counting. I want to say it was probably, if I had to take a guess, and someone in the mosh pit will have to do the research, For the year 2025, I think that we probably had 15 new news or 14. It's somewhere around there. Which means that we had 13, 14, or 15 runs that totally broke Isaac in one way or another and made it into a giant spectacle sport. That's great. To me, that's a pretty solid number. It's not too many that it feels like the magic has been cheapened a little bit, but it's not too little in the fact that, you know, obviously we like to have monster runs every now and then. I think it was a solid number. Yeah, a little more than one per month, which is good. Now the real fun part is trying to figure out which month was the strongest. That one, I don't know. I think that you know, how do we judge that? It would have to go off of how many new news do we have in a particular month, I guess. Be considered what is the strongest month of the year. Usually like May, June, July, around there. Well, not June, but May, July, August. I want to say that wasn't September kind of crazy? Again, the mosh pit will have to be the ones you all. Oh, I thought I picked that up. You all be have the ones to recall because you're the ones who watch these. I wish I could say I watch all my videos every single day, 24/7, but I unfortunately have probably less knowledge about the episode trivia questions than you do, as I don't. As soon as it's recorded, unless I need to see something crazy that happened, like an errant shot or something like that, or, you know, how did I take damage there? I want to go back and watch it. That's about the only thing that I would actually rewind in episode 4. We're just destroying everything here. Pretty much as soon as we touch anything, they go down. Okay, and we're still looking for that blue baby, and then we're gonna double back and go fight Megastan, which is probably not gonna be a fight at all, if I'm honest. And it's down to Delirium, and if we don't find an R key or Genesis or something like that, or Death Certificate before then we'll probably just wrap it up here. But still, a great run to end the year on, ending with Brimstone, Backstabber, Eye of Belial, Polyphemus, Libra. Dude, sign me up. I'd re-up for that run every single time. And even though we don't have incredible damage, it's still a decent amount of damage because of our fire rate and the fact that we have Brimstone. Backstabber also helps out a lot. Ghost Peppers is kind of the spicy cherry on the cake. It's always been a weird saying to me because I don't know anyone who eats cherry cake. You know, when they're like cherry on top. I can get down with cherry. I like cherries. I like cherry flavoring up to a certain extent, but just regular, just natural cherries are very good to me. I don't. Some people find cherry, the taste of cherry, not that great and overpowering, and I can definitely see why. But I've always enjoyed it. Go shot through the top of the screen there, thanks to Continuum. I meant to go in the void. Well, either way, it was a great run here. So thank you for watching, everyone. Like I said, Happy New Year's Eve. I won't take up too much more of your time. tonight. It's probably a good thing that we ended like that and we didn't get a 2-hour long run. Although I would have loved to have gotten an Omega run. Maybe the new year, maybe tomorrow starts off with a brand new Omega run. That would be nice to see. But one final time, thank you, Mosh Pit, for making 2025 awesome. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. Have a happy New Year's. And, yeah, a very safe and magical night tonight. Let me know what you guys and gals do. Post them in the comments down below. Post them on Reddit. I'd love to know. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Happy New Year. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like Matthew Sullivan, Amar Medic, JARG Evolved, and Jesse Garcia. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the Nizak episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta. Thank you, patrons of 2025.